Hi friends, good morning. Different flavor today. It's Lipton's Fusion Lemonade Iced Tea. It's peach passion fruit lemonade. So normally it's Monsters or Red Bulls, and today I wanted to do something a little different to see if it helps with something I've got going on. So top of the morning to you, as always. Peach passion fruit lemonade. Lemonade Technologia. It's pretty good. It's not bad. I'm glad I grabbed a few of them. Anyways, welcome to today. Again, I'm way behind on videos. They're just not uploading at the house for some reason. So when I get to the shop today, I'm going to try to get caught up, which at some point you guys will see that we're caught up. So, anywho's and way, don't forget where, fellers and fellettes. Let's get on with today. Grooms. So, I had to work my full-time job Saturday, and I don't know, I hate to be that guy. I really, really do. But we lose so much money by me having to work Saturday for the county. Saturdays, usually I can bring $600 to $700 myself in on a Saturday. And working for the county, I think I make probably about half that on Saturday because it is my overtime day. So, it is a little bit more money, but I don't know, like the happy medium, right? Like I used to be the go-to guy for overtime, for extra runs, special assignments, whatever. And just with the shop, I'm not. I can't be anymore because the shop is my priority now, obviously, when I'm off from the county. I did do extra hours Friday night. I worked till 10, but and then I worked Saturday for the county. So I got almost 30 hours in 2 days, but I'm tired, to say the least. My mother-in-law said, "I'm surprised you're even up and moving around today," which was yesterday. And I said, "Why?" She said, "Well, you didn't get home till after 10 Friday night, and then you worked today," and it's Saturday, or day before, yesterday, whatever. I was like, yeah, it is what it is. You can't sleep your life away. Some people think you can, and some people want to and try to, but I'm not going to. I've got things to do. I hate how fast the day goes when you're busy. When you're just sitting around the house, it seems like the day goes slow, but then when you're busy, it just seems like it flies by. I don't know, maybe because you're watching the clock when you're slow. Not busy, just sitting around. I don't know. But anyways, today we got some grooms. Not the day I would like to have had. I would like to have been busier, but I don't know. I don't know if it's the way my other half likes to schedule days, or if we just didn't have the clientele for today. I'm not real sure. We do have okay days today and tomorrow. So I'm not real, like, meh, we're going to make some money, so that's good. But I think it could have been better. The way I want to do things is just be consistently busy. Sometimes that's hard, and I understand that. People scheduling, like, we may want to fill Mondays and Tuesdays first before we jump into Wednesday and Thursday. We may not have anything on Wednesday or Thursday yet, and we may have openings on Mondays and Tuesdays, and I would rather push the client to come in Monday or Tuesday if their schedule allows it. Now, I understand that always isn't the case, and they may have to have a Wednesday because that's when they're off work or whatever the situation is, but I don't know. Anyways, you guys have heard me babble about scheduling and stuff like that long enough. recap, I'm just doing the thing, just working, pushing through it. Like I said, I worked Saturday for the county, took yesterday to myself. We just kind of hung out and just didn't really do a whole lot. We did our normal bit and went to the shop and took care of Blue and ran to Walmart and back to the shop. Oh, you guys complaining about $4 a gallon? Yeah, well, this right here is about $15 a gallon. Thriller Miller Racing and the Polaris Predator 500, the Thriller Miller Predator 500 is now fueled by Renegade Racing Fuels, so it's pretty exciting. So I got a 5-gallon pail of that yesterday. The distributor, actually, it was kind of cool. He came to me. I thought that was pretty awesome. But I said, well, where do you want me to meet you? And he says, well, where do you want me to meet you? And I'm like, well, I'm headed to my business in Columbia here directly, so you want to call at 9:30, I'll meet you there around 9:30. And sure enough, he was there. So kind of exciting. Now, I've always been a big proponent of VP fuels, and I'm not going to knock them, but I have had some issues with it, with the quad, and I don't know, I'm torn on it, because like while I was running VP, the rest of the guys were running Renegade, and I don't know, the Team Dirty Max, I don't know what happened with their Renegade race fuel sponsorship, and VP offered a better deal. I don't know what happened, but now they're running VP and I'm running Renegade. So, I don't know, it's kind of backwards to me. I would probably still be running VP, and probably just do the carb cleans a little more often, I guess. I don't know. And I still not convinced that that's it. I may have just gotten some bad gas or something, and I do use pump gas here and there, 93, but she really does like the 100 and above, or the track 110, what I'm running now. It is a 13-to-1 piston in that bike, but yeah, I don't know. So anyways, we're going to be running the Renegade now, and my point behind all of that is there was nobody local that offered VP fuel. So you can get a gallon jug, or a 5-gallon jug, I think it's $100 or $110 for the stuff I was using, but then you got to pay $100 in shipping to have it shipped. So I'm not going to spend that much money, and VP wouldn't sponsor me. They never did. I applied twice, and they told me both times that I wasn't big enough for them to sponsor. So I don't see how putting their logo on my trailer and their logos on my four-wheeler and putting it in front of 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people, 5,000 people isn't big enough, but whatever. So anyways, I went to Renegade, and for some other reasons, but I'm going to go in and get breakfast. So the whole bacon debacle, which I still don't really, whatever. I get, like, playing by the rules, obviously, I get that. But it's funny because the girls that were working today, she told the other girl, there's two that usually ring me up, and then every once in a while I get this cankerous old lady that works there, just acts like she's always pissed off at the world. And she was telling the other girl, so last time he was in, he said, so what's a real order of bacon? Because sometimes I get 2 and sometimes I get like 5 or 6. And the two girls that usually help me, they usually hook me up. The other one just kind of laughed, and she says, I measure with my heart. And she got my bacon today, and there's 6 or 7 pieces in there. So, yeah. The old lady had come up front right as I was checking out, and I said, oh, don't let the old lady do my bacon. Don't let the old lady do my bacon. And the one gal kind of laughed, and then that's when she told the other gal. I said, I didn't do it to get anybody in trouble or, like be an asshole about it. I just want to know, like, what is an actual order? Because sometimes I get 2, sometimes I get 4, sometimes I get 5 or 6, like, I ain't saying it to get anybody in trouble or be an asshole. I just want to know what an actual order is so I know what to expect. But anyways, I mean, for what I'm paying, I could go to which I probably should, go to the store. I think it's $3 for an order of bacon. That's 2 strips. $1.50 more, I can go buy a whole freaking pound. And I get it, it's the convenience, that's how they make money, yada yada yada. I get it. But nonetheless, I mean, come on. To be that uptight and by the book, it just, I don't know. They probably throw more than that away at the end of the day. Or maybe they don't. Maybe they put that stuff in the cooler and then just reheat it on the grill the next day or in the microwave. I don't know. Who knows? I don't work there. Anyways, nonetheless, I'm all over the place like normal. I'm a scatterbrain. I've got a lot going on. I'm trying to figure things out. We've got sales tax was just due, which was $1,100 again. $1,200. And it's coming up to the first of the month, and it's just, I don't know. It's just a lot running a business, financially, mentally. It's just a lot. So, anyways, pulling into the bank here, get some things taken care of here at the bank, and trying my hardest not to have to borrow money from anybody for that little bit of security. We're doing okay. We're doing all right. But there's just part of me that would like to be a little bit more okay. And, obviously if I was okay with doing that, taking a loan, that would give me that little bit of relief, a little bit of weight off my shoulders. But then I'm a slave to that loan every month, paying the interest payments on it. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to. I'm proud of the fact that we've been able to do this pretty much on our own through and through. So, but anyways, I got to run in here to the bank. Another day in the books. Another day done and gone. Yep, another day done. Done. Another day done. We got through today, and it wasn't that bad. Everybody showed up, and yeah, got through it. We got another busy day tomorrow, and then I'm back to my full-time job Wednesday, thus like always. Somebody get evicted. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a day. We got done. We got through it. It was good. So yeah. Business-wise, not gonna complain too much. Could have been better, but you know, it could have been worse too. So we're doing what we can. I don't know. I want to figure something out. Maybe a special deal or promotion of some kind, some marketing strategy, something like that. Try to get some more business in. But pretty well booked out. We had a little bit of downtime today, and I didn't like that because that was opportunity to make more money, but we would have probably been there a little bit later because we're just now leaving at 6:30, and we're just now leaving, so probably would have been there later had I got something else for today. But it would have pushed us to pretty much almost where I want to be per day. 2 more grooms would have pushed us to where I want to be per day, as far as daily revenue goes. I don't want to get too deep into the weeds because it's really just nobody else's business. But
coming up 97 next Vega Drive. What was the female's name again?
Female's name's going to be Chantel. You're going to be going to apartment 137.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta stop at the Dollar General and get some Tums. I woke up with some nasty acid reflux last night, and I don't have any, so I'm gonna stop at Dollar General and grab a bottle of Tums and probably a thing of milk, because that's really the only thing that helps soothe that burning feeling in the back of my throat. I'm just kind of out of it, and I'm over today for some other reasons, but that's why I'm kind of just like out there right now. But I'm gonna stop at Dollar General, grab some Tums, and then I'm just gonna head home and relax. So get some dinner. What the hell are you doing? The green light was green. People. Light was green and he was slowing down to it like it was freaking yellow. Unreal. Anyways. Yeah, so that's what I've got going on. I'm done for the day. Appreciate you guys as always. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.